नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोलिए सब लोग। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter. We are opening new chapter, right? Krishna kidnaps Rukmini, Chapter 53. Text number 3, right? Tam anayishye unmatya rajanya apasadan mrudhe mat param anvadya angim edashaha agni sikham iva tam anayishya unmatya rajanyopasadan mrude matparam anvadyagni angim edasogni sikham iva tam anayishya unmatya rajanyopasadan mrude matparam anvadya angim edaso agni sikham iva tam anayishya unmatya rajanyopasadan mrudhe matparam anvadya angim edaso agni sikham iva. बोलिए। Translation? Yeah. Anybody else? Matajis? Tam She Anayishye, I'll bring here. Unmatya, churning up. Rajanya, of the royal order. Apasadan, unfit members. Mrudhe, in battle. Mat, to me. Param, who is solely dedicated. Anvadya, unquestionable. Angim, the beauty of whose body. Edasaha, from kindling wood. Agni, of fire. Sikham, the flames. Iva, as. Translation and purport. She has dedicated herself exclusively to me, and her beauty is flawless. I'll bring her here after thrashing those worthless kings in battle, just as one brings a blazing flame out of firewood. Purport. When latent fire is aroused in wood, the fire bursts forth, consuming the wood in the act of manifestation. Similarly, Lord Krishna boldly predicted that Rukmini would come forth to take his hand, and that in the process the wicked kings would be burned by the fire of Krishna's determination. Text number 1. Shri Shukavacha Vaidarbhya Satu Sandesham Nishamya Yadunandanaha Pragrihya Panina Panim Prahasan Idam Abravit. Sukadeva Goswami said, thus hearing the confidential message of Princess Vaidarbhi, Lord Yadunandana took the Brahmana's hand and smiling spoke to him as follows. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Tataham apitachitto nidram cha na labhe nishi vedaham rukmina dveshan mamodvaho nivaritaha. Translation. The Supreme Lord said, just as Rukmini's mind is fixed on me, my mind is fixed on her. I can't even sleep at night. I know that Rukmi, out of envy, has forbidden our marriage. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamalini Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमं प्रक्षुप्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरा स्वधाम्ना अन्यांस्तहस्तचरणशरणाक्त्वदादिभिः प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. Hare Krishna. Today we are starting a new chapter, but before that I will explain Rukmini's letter again little bit. Those devotees who have points that have not been covered, I will try to explain little bit. Then we will go. There is nothing much to speak on these verses anyway. So Rukmini Devi is saying, Shrutva gunan bhuvna sundara shunvatam te nirvishya karna vivarair harato angatapam rupam drusham drushimatam akilarthalabham tvam achyuta vasati chittam apatrapam me. Last week, when I explained some little bit, I have explained. Here, Rukmini Devi was saying, first of all, she is explaining two things, Bonasundara and Gunas. Right? Last class, I have explained his qualities. Right? Today, I will explain his beauty. Right? She is saying that those who hear about your beauty and your qualities, what will happen? Shrutva gunan bhuvnasundara shrunutamte nirvishya karna vivarair harato angatapam. Right? Harato angatapam. We are all suffering in this material world. Tapatraya. So she is saying that those who hear about your beauty and your wonderful qualities, they will actually become free from all kinds of miseries. How many of you have experienced your miseries have come down after coming to Krishna consciousness? Right? In once upon a time, I was experiencing the heat of material existence so much that I was thinking that I should die. So when I came to Krishna consciousness, immediately I experienced, reduction of miseries. Right? In this regard, our Maharaj Kulashekara, he sang a very beautiful, song. Karasaroja kantiman netramine Shramamushi bhujavichika vyakule agadhamarge Hari sarasi vighaya piya tejo jalaugam Bhavamara parikinna kleshamadya tyajami. Right? Just imagine yourself. You are walking in Rajasthan desert. Right? In the middle of the summer. Now in Mumbai also it became very hot, right? Nowadays. In the middle of the summer. How will you feel? Right? What do you experience when you are walking in the middle of the summer on the desert roads of Rajasthan? What will you experience? Two things. One is tapam, another is pipasa means daha, means thirst. Right? Yeah, under such circumstance, what you desire most? Huh? Huh? Body of water, right? As soon as you see some body of water, you will jump into that sarovar. Right? So, Maharaj Kulshekara is saying, Hari Sarasi, you know. So, this world is full of miseries. You know, we are all having this tapa, you know, already tapatraya, adi daivika, adhyatmika, adi bhautika kleshas. Then we are all suffering in this material world. So, for such people like us, you know, the best remedy is, there is a saras called Hari Saras, Krishna Saras. If you jump into that Krishna Saras, you know, what will happen? All the miseries will go away. Right? Shramamushi bhuja vichika vyakule agadha marge Hari Sarasi Vigaya Piya Tejo Jalaugam Bhava Mara Parikinna Klesha Madhya Tyajami. Very beautiful song. So, just like, suppose there is a fire in the forest, yeah, and all the animals running here and there, but one elephant, he is lying in the middle of a water body, sarovar, right? And then everybody is running here and there, everybody is being burned to death, but this elephant, he is very casually looking at everybody. I am very safe, right? Because he is protected by the water. In the same way, everybody may be suffering in this world. But if we jump into the Hari Saras, Krishna Saras, then we will be watching everybody suffering, but we are very well protected. Right? So what is the, what are the qualities of this Hari Saras, Krishna Saras? Right? The, Karasoroja Kantiman Netramini. Right? So, in the beautiful Sarovar, Saras, the beauty is enhanced by the lotus flowers. Right? Lotus flowers. So, what are the lotus flowers in the this Hari Saras? His hands and feet. Karasaroja. Right? And then sometimes there are, in the Saras, these fish, they're jumping up and down, they look very beautiful. Sometimes people bring, all the aquarium or whatever, like that, they jump and all. So what are those fish in the Hari Saras? His beautiful eyes. Karasaroja Kantiman Netramine. Right? Shramamushi Bhuja Vichika Vyakule Aghadamarge. So what are the the way, the waves, if the river, if the Sarovar is having waves, they look very beautiful. So what are those waves? Krishna's beautiful hands, he was swimming in that. Very beautiful arms. Yes, that is the waves in the. Then Shrama means we are all suffering in this world because of birth, death, old age and disease. We are all very tired. Right? So, if we then Hari Sarasi Vigaya Piya Tejo Jalogam. Here Teja means knowledge. Knowledge. So, knowledge, Krishna is Murtiman Jnana, Jnanavan, right? Satchidananda Vigraha. Right? So, that is why it is Maharaj Kulashekara is advising, is telling that now I will give up Bhava Mara Parikinna Klesha Madhya Tyajami. I will give up all these miseries, of this desert like material world, suffering from this world by jumping into the Huh? Krishna Saras. Right? Krishna Saras. Hari Saras. I will simply drink the beauty of Krishna. Right? When Dhruv Maharaj, he had darshan of the Lord, he wanted to drink the beauty of Krishna. Right? Like that, we should also drink the beauty of Krishna every day. Like that. That is why uh, here Rukmini Devi is saying, Bhishma Dev, bolo, what did he say? Second prayer of Bhishma Dev, Raghupati Vishnu. Huh? Anybody knows? Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravara Ambara Dadane Vapuralka Kalavratanam Abjam Vijaya Sakhe Ratirastu Me Anvadaya. Right? Gopis are saying, in Bhaktirasam Sindhu also it is mentioned that Krishna, he is dressing himself, so beautifully, with flower garland, sometimes on his head, sometimes on his shoulders, like we put sometimes. Right? And then very nice, beautiful garland. And then his cheeks are decorated with the paintings of sandalwood pulp. And he is wearing, Pitambar Vastra. And when the sun rays are falling on the Pitambar Vastra, it is creating a beautiful hue. Right? Beautiful hue. And so everybody was thinking, it seems, Krishna is not actually. Is he going to battlefield? Does anybody go to battlefield with doing all the makeup? But Krishna is going with such very nice makeup. It is said that Krishna promised, right? Krishna promised that I will not take the weapon. But did he fulfill his promise? No. Why? Huh? He is killing everybody with his beauty. Right? Everybody is getting enchanted. All the Sainiks and all, they were coming in front of the Lord. In front of Arjuna. They wanted to fight with Arjuna. But they would become so enchanted by seeing this beautiful Krishna. They would forget to release the arrows, and then the people like Karna and all, they would forget their mantras. And then Krishna would tell Arjuna, kill them. Right? So one Shiva Vaishnavacharya says, even though Krishna promised that I will not carry the weapon, but he carried the weapon of his beautiful smile, and then Arvinda Netra, right? His beautiful eyes. Everybody was becoming. So Shiva Vaishnava, one Acharya says that all the Bhagavatam we have to understand from 10th canto only. No tika. Only 10th canto. So this Tribhuvana Kamanam, now Rukmini Mata is saying, Shrutva Bhuvnasundara, Shrutva Gunan Bhuvnasundara Shrunvatante. She is saying Bhuvnasundara. That there Bhishma also is saying. So Rukmini Devi is confirming that Bhuvnasundara, the beauty, most beautiful personality in all the three worlds. So Bhuvnasundara and then Tribhuvana Kamanam, the Acharyas explain, is not only beautiful in this material bhumi, and he is the most beautiful person in the Swarga, and then he is most beautiful person than in Vaikuntha. More Vaikuntha, Narayana also, his beauty is defeated. Krishna's beauty. That is why, we should become attracted. Like in Bhaktirasam Sindhu, it is mentioned that when Krishna is growing up, one Gopi Kundalata, she is explaining, now I have seen, Krishna, there is reddishness in his eyes. In his eyes. And then his body is shining like a Indranila jewel. Right? And then light hairs are coming on his face. My dear Gopi, Krishna is looking so beautiful. I don't know what to do. Right? I don't know what to do. Another, so Sukadeva Goswami Prabhupada explains that Barha Pidam Natavaravapuhu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibradvashah Kanakakapisham Vaijayanti Chamalam Randran Veno Radar Sudam Apurayan Gopavrindair Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishadgita Kirtihi. All the gopis, they are thinking about Krishna like this. Krishna wearing peacock fan. Barahapidam, Natavarvapu, he's looking like a dancing actor. And then Karnayo Karnikaram, he is wearing a Karnikara flower only in 1 year. Karnikara, Why? You know why? Because Krishna, everybody, all the gopas, millions of gopas, they are imitating Krishna. Right? Whatever Krishna is decorating, he is also decorating. So, when Krishna decorated his ear with one Karnikara flower, all the gopas also, they were started wearing Karnikara flowers. Because so many millions of gopas are decorating, all the Karnikara flowers are finished, it seems. So, that is why he didn't get another flower to decorate. It is a rasokti, it is a joke. Like that. So then he's he's playing flute. So, and this is very beautiful. All of you, should memorize this verse. Right? By next class, how many of you will memorize this verse? Please. I think you already know this verse, right? Yeah. So this is hard. This verse and Aho Bakiyam Stanakalkutam. Right? These two verses we should know. Every day we should meditate on this beautiful form of Krishna. So, another gopi was saying that when Krishna was a little bit grown up, Vrinda Devi was telling that now I see Krishna's eyebrows are dancing. Right? So now he is growing up. And then his fingers are so soft. His fingers are so soft. Like bamboo leaves. And then his lips are, his teeth have become reddish because of eating very cashew colored pan. Like that he became very reddish. So, and then he has there is a very beautiful smile on his face. Because of this such beauty, the gopis have decided, they have no other hope. That is why they have sprinkled 3 drops of water. Prabhupada explains, when somebody is dying, they have to sprinkle 3 drops of water. So they are like that. So like this, very nicely, described Krishna's beauty. That when he is little bit grown up, then Krishna's chest is resembling, Indranila gems, very broad chest, Dattabhayam, Bhujadanda, Vilokya. The gopis are, Krishna told gopis, your husbands will, complain about me to Kamsa. Kamsa, are you not afraid? No, they said, no, Dattabhayam Bhujadanda Vilokya. Because of your beautiful, chest and shoulders, they are giving us fearlessness. We are not afraid because, we are taking shelter of your Bhujadanda. Like this is like men should have, like broad chest and very nice shoulders, well built shoulders like that. Women should not have like that, right? So Krishna is having such beautiful shoulders. So he is actually, like that, Dattabhayam, there is Shriyo Nivaso Yasyoruhu, Panapatra Mukam Drusham, Bahavo Lokapalanam, Saranganam Padambujam. His shoulders, people, he maintains with his, that is why, how many of you, many times I told, how many of you remember Gajendra Moksha pastime as soon as you wake up in the morning? Very few, right? Please, right? The Lord Narayana himself says that, for every pastime, the Sukadeva Goswami gave Falasruti. But for this pastime, Lord Narayana himself gave Falasruti that everybody should remember as soon as you wake up early in the morning. You must remember the Sarovar, you must remember the Gajendra, you must remember the crocodile, you must remember Lord Shiva, you must remember all this. Then you must remember me, Lord Narayana coming with the four-handed Chaturbhuja Vishnu, sitting on Garuda. Right? Garuda. Right? So one must remember, Prabhupada also says, these four symbols in fourth canto Bhagavatam, these four Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, we should every day morning we should remember. Right? When we blow the conch, that time you remember, Krishna blowing the conch on the chariot of Arjuna. Remember? Huh? So you must remember Gada, you must remember Shankha, you must remember Chakra and Padmam every day. That is why Krishna himself says, as long as you live in this world, all auspiciousness will be there. Dushswapna, Prabhav, will not be there. Then at the end, I will come on Garuda and take you. Those who remember this pastime. Right? So please try to remember some of the Gajendra Moksha prayers. Very wonderful. Then offer, as soon as you wake up in the morning, sit down and, meditate on the form of the Lord, Gajendra Moksha, all the, like that. So there will be a lot of auspiciousness in our lives. Right? So, like this, the gopi, they were describing the beauty of Krishna. Like that, I can go on, but there are so many things to tell us. So we should remember Krishna's beautiful form every day. Prabhupada writes in 4th canto Bhagavatam, 24th chapter, that Lord Shiva, all the impersonalists, they worship Lord Shiva. The guru of all impersonalists is Lord Shiva. But Lord Shiva is saying, that he is very wonderful. He is describing Krishna's beauty. Very means amazing, like that. Snigdha pravruddha ganashyamam sarva saundarya sangraham charvayita chaturbahu sujata ruchirananam padmapalakshasya sundarabru sunasikam sudruvam sukapolasya samakarna vibhushitam priti prahasita pangam alakai rupa shobhitam lasat pankaja kinjalka dukulam rishta kundalam sparan kirita valayam haranupura mekhalam shanka chakra gada padma manimala uttama ruddhimat. You can read this beautiful purport Prabhupada writes, Snigdha pravruddha ganashyamam. Prabhupada writes, those people who are suffering because of the scorching heat, in the rainy season when the meghas come, people get relief. In the same way, those people who are suffering in this material world, if they remember Neelamegasham, then their tapa will go away. Right? Their tapa will go away. Then Prabhupada writes, basically Prabhupada is a Krishna Bhakta. Even though Chaturbhuja, Lord Shiva is explaining Chaturbhuja Vishnu, Narayana. But here Prabhupada says, he is actually referring to Krishna because Priti Prahasitipangam Alakai Rupa Shobhitam. Lord Narayana's hairs are, tied very tightly, But Krishna is very naughty. That is why his hairs, Alakai Rupa Shobhitam. His hairs, come on his eyebrow, this forehead. So beautify. Then Narayana doesn't see. Even Ramchandra also doesn't see. Tirchi, sideline glances. Seedha dekhte hain wo log. Right? But Krishna only Priti Prahasitipangam Alakai Rupa Shobhitam. He is, looking at the gopis with sideline glances. So Prabhupada says it refers to Krishna only because, so why Chaturbhuja is, so devotees of Krishna, they see Shankha Chakra Gada Padma on the lotus palms. Right? So devotees, we should, right? Then Lord Shiva says that, Padam Sharat Padma Palas Rochisa, Nakabir Dyubir Antaraga Vidunvata. Swiyam Pradarshita Api Sadhu Api Padagurum Margagurum Tamojusham. Said, my dear, now in the previous verses, Lord Shiva is explaining his beautiful face and all that. Now Prabhupada says, now he is explaining the lotus feet of the Lord. Lotus feet of the Lord. So lotus feet, Lord Shiva is saying, my dear Lord, your lotus feet are so beautiful, just like a Sharatkala Padma. In Sharatkal Rutu, all the rivers, they become very clean. So during those time, when the lotus flowers glow in the ponds, they look very beautiful. So he is comparing Krishna's lotus feet. Sharatkala, Padam Sharat Padma Palasa Rochisa. Your beautiful lotus feet are like, beautiful like Sharat Padma. And then Nakabir Dyubir Antaraga Vidunvata. My dear Lord, those who meditate on your lotus feet, the effulgence, so much effulgence is coming from the nails of your lotus feet, which destroys the darkness in the hearts of the devotees. Then he's saying, Swiyam, please manifest your beautiful form. Beautiful form. Because you are the spiritual master of everybody. And then you can actually destroy the ignorance that is lying in the hearts of the people. Prabhupada, very beautiful purport. You must read 10 times. This is 4th canto, 24th chapter. Prabhupada writes that now all this while he is requesting the Lord to show his face. Now he is saying, meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. Because devotees are naturally attached to the lotus feet of the Lord. Saranganam Padambujam. So, his lotus feet are, compared to, Krishna's body is compared to Srimad Bhagavatam, and his lotus feet are 1st canto and 2nd canto Bhagavatam. Prabhupada, that is why Prabhupada advises, one must thoroughly read 1st and 2nd cantos Bhagavatam. Right? Like that, how many of you anytime in the day meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna? Because throughout the Bhagavatam, again and again comes, right? Meditating on lotus feet of Krishna, meditating lotus feet of Krishna. Please raise your hands. How many of you, Bhagavatam, you read Bhagavatam, but how many of you meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna? You? Right? You must actually. All the ignorance will go away. Right? But for 3rd canto, 28th chapter, Prabhupada writes, Lord Kapila again described the beautiful form of the Lord. There Prabhupada writes, we don't have to imagine the form of Narayana. Simply, for us, we should actually think of Krishna's beautiful, deity form. Right? So, there is no loss. Instead of thinking about so many other things, we should actually think of Rupa Saundaryam of Shri Krishna. Right? Rupa Saundaryam of Shri Krishna. So, throughout the Bhagavatam, so various places, Rupa Saundaryam of Krishna is mentioned. Then the highest Rupa Saundaryam is of Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath, Radha Shyam Sundar. Right? We should always think of this wonderful, beautiful form of Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari. So there is no loss like that. So that is why Rukmini is saying by thinking of your beautiful form, by thinking of your wonderful qualities, all the tapa har jata hai, tapa will go away. And those people who have got the eyes, those people who have got the eyes, if they see your beautiful form, that is the perfection of their eyes. If we can see every day, that's why Prabhupada writes that every day one must come in front of that deity and have darshan of the Lord. Then when the Lord looks at us, then our body will become very healthy. Our mental problems also will go away. All the mental problems also will go away. Like that, we should know that beautiful verse is there. Radharani says that, Akshanatam phalamidam na param vidamaha sakya pashur anviveshataya vayasya Vaktram Rajesha Sutayor Anuvenu Justam Yairva Nipitam Anurukta Katakshamoksham. For all the people who have got eyes, the perfection of eyesight, eyes is, my dear Krishna, looking at you. Everybody can look at you, but we cannot look at you. Everybody will complain, Are, the gopis are looking at Krishna. Like that. So this is the Rupa Saundaryam. We should always think and smaran karne ka, meditate karne ka. Then Prabhupada says, women are attached to beautiful forms of men. Men are attached to beautiful forms of women. But if you become attached to Rupa Saundaryam of Krishna, then it will go away. Right? That attraction will go away. Slowly, slowly. Once one disciple was telling Prabhupada, Prabhupada, as soon as I see a beautiful girl, just like a magnet attracts iron piece, my head also turns like this. Prabhupada said, be careful, you rascal. You will become a blind man in your next life. Right? So, once Prabhupada was walking, Purnachandra is there, full moon. Prabhupada, very beautiful moon. Prabhupada said, don't be attracted to all these material things. Even if you have a little bit of attraction for sense enjoyment, these material beauties, you have to come down. Once Prabhupada was traveling in Air India flight, they are playing Harishankar, क्या नाम है? Ravi Shankar ka sitar. Prabhupada was asking Tamal Krishna Maharaj, is it nice? Because sitar, Prabhupada only told, he practiced for 7 lifetimes. Ravi Shankar practiced sitar for 7 lifetimes. That's why he can play so perfectly. Like that. So Prabhupada, they all said, Prabhupada sometimes would watch movie also, Once he was watching Charlie Chaplin movie, and then he was laughing, he was enjoying like that. So, is it nice? Yes, Prabhupada, very nice, nice music, there he plays like that. Prabhupada, sense gratification. Be careful. Right? Like that. So, if you are attracted to Krishna bhajans and we are attracted to Krishna's qualities, we are attracted to Krishna's beauty, then like that. Anyway, so now we will go, so like that, so much to explain. We can do Saptaha on this chapter. Rukmini Kalyanam is so beautiful, everything like that. So, not only the devotees are attracted to Krishna, but Krishna is also attracted to his devotees. Just like people, those who are, afflicted with Madana, when Madana releases 5 arrows, the heart is pierced with attraction for opposite sex. That time, I have seen, I know, people don't get sleep. रातों रात भर जगे रहते हैं क्योंकि उसके बारे में सोचते रहते हैं. Right? That is why they say killer beauty, they say, you are killing, actually it is true, all this ladies' beauty kills you. That is why they are saying, temperature is raising, she is raising temperature. But the actual temperature raise ho to mar jayega, right? Like that. So, Krishna is also saying, because of I am thinking about Rukmini's beauty, I am not getting sleep. I am not getting sleep. I will tell you one very wonderful pastime. You will like it. Once Krishna came, right, as Shanti Duta, Hastinapur, right? So, that time, like in commentary it is written that when Krishna would come, Narada Muni is explaining the good fortune of Yudhishthira Maharaj, that my dear Yudhishthira Maharaj, great sages, Vasishtha Muni and all, Vishwamitra Muni and all, they are so effulgent, people have to do tapasya to have darshan of Vishwamitra Muni and all. Such great sages, Vyasa Muni and all, they roam around in your gardens. Why? Because Yudhishthira Maharaj is thinking, Arey, Prahlad Maharaj is such a great devotee. Last chapter, 7th canto, 15th chapter. He's saying, Arey, Yudhishthira Maharaj, after hearing the wonderful qualities of Prahlad Maharaj, Mera kya hoga, what will happen to, I don't have any good quality. Then he said, no, he's entirely to encourage others. You are more fortunate because Krishna is always residing in your bhavan. All these sages who are impossible to be seen by all the ordinary people, they roam around in the gardens of your palace. They are hoping, if Krishna comes into the balcony, they will get a glimpse of Krishna's beauty. Like that. You are so fortunate that, you are like that. One day, that is why when Krishna was said, I will go as a Shantiduta to Hastinapur, Narada Muni, Vyasa Muni, everybody, all the rishis, sages, great sages, Jund, they said, we also will come with you. We also will come. Why? Madhuraya gira valguvakyaya buddhamanojnaya pushkarekshana vidikaririma viramuhyati adarasiduna apyayashvanaha. Gopis are saying, my dear Krishna, when you speak, it is so beautiful. All these buddhamanojnaya, all the great sages and all, they want to hear. So Narada Muni said, whatever you are speaking, Krishna said, I am not going to speak Bhagavad Gita, I am going for Sandhi, No, whatever you speak, we want to hear. I said, okay, come. Then Duryodhana said, stay in my, they said, Dushasana's bhavan is very beautiful, So please, he arranged the, sabha, stay in Dushasana. He said, anyway, that is another pastime. I am not. So Krishna said, I am not going to stay. I will stay in Vidura's house only. Vidura's house only. So Krishna said, the Narada Muni also said, I will also stay in Vidura's house only. Because, Krishna said, okay. Narada Muni, khaya? Lunch khaya? Narada Muni purposefully did not eat because if I eat, Krishna will, parihas karega, jit, Are, Sudra ka gar mein khana khaya, Narada Muni? So Narada Muni wanted to eat after Krishna ate. After Krishna ate. He said, okay. Then Krishna said, before eating, I do some puja. Right? I do some puja. Krishna, Narada Muni was surprised. We are all worshipping Krishna. Whom you are worshipping, we want to know. Narada Muni said, Krishna said, it is a secret. Please get out. Yeah, it is secret puja. Please get out. Narada Muni was disappointed. Then he told Vidura, please check out whom he is worshipping. Right? Whom he is worshipping. Because you are Atitheya, he cannot tell you to get out. You don't go out. Okay? So then Krishna went, he took bath. Right? Then he took a very, very beautiful, a small box. Right? And then there is a very beautiful makmal cover. So from that, resham, that very beautifully, decorated, bag, little bit bag. And then he took out that bag. And then there is a very beautiful box, decorated with, studded with diamonds and jewels and all that. So, Vidura was surprised that whom he is worshipping, it is such a small base, some Saligram Sila or something like that. Then he told, hey Vidurji, please, close the windows. Then Vidura said, oh, is some secret? Is it some secret? I said, so secret? I said, why I have to close the windows? My Perumal will fly away. Means Bhagwan. My Bhagwan will fly away. Acha? Then he closed the windows and he saw. Said Krishna took out, a small packet. There, in that packet, there is the dust of lotus feet of devotees. Hari bol. Right? So Krishna is worshipping dust of Then he took little bit dust, put it on his head, he put it on his body, then Hare Krishna. Now puja is over. So the devotees worship Krishna, but Krishna worships devotees. One day, after the war was over, Yudhishthira Maharaj went to, Yudhishthira Maharaj went to, Krishna's Bhavan. Right? Krishna's Bhavan. There he saw Krishna is in a meditation. In Padmasana. He was sitting in Padmasana and meditating. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was surprised. Then after he came out of meditation, dhyana, he asked, my dear Krishna, Dwarkadish, we all meditate on your lotus feet. On whom you are meditating? You are thinking. Then Krishna said, there on the Kurukshetra, Bhishma is thinking about me. Right? And then, I am thinking about Bhishma. You think about Krishna? Krishna will think about you. Right? What is that? तुम मेरा नाम में क्या है? तुम मेरा नाम में, मैं तुम्हारा काम में. तुम तुम्हारा काम में, मैं मेरा धाम में. Right? Something like that. You chant my name, then I will. तुम्हारा काम पे मैं रहूंगा. लेकिन तुम तुम्हारा काम में रहेगा, मैं मेरा धाम में. Right? In sixth canto, second chapter, Vishnu Dutas, they were saying, that verse is there. Stenaha Surapa Mitradruk Brahmaha Gurutalpaga. Stri Raja Pitrugohanta Patakanam Apishapare. The last line of that verse is Yataschad Vishayamati. Prabhupada writes that those people who chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are very worried, right? I'm not chanting attentively. But don't worry. Don't worry. All this mental, concoction, leave it. Simply chant Hare Krishna. Right? Prabhupada says, those who chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Krishna becomes attentive to those people who are chanting Hare Krishna. Right? And then Krishna says, Hare Baba, this man is chanting my names. I have to provide jet plus security to this person. He's worried. He's worried about us. Right? Each one of us, Krishna thinks, because we are chanting Krishna's name. Like that. So Krishna is more attached to us, devotees, than we are attached to Krishna. What did Krishna tell to Durvas Muni? Aham bhakta paradhina, he swatantra ivadvija, sadhubir grasta hudayo, bhakter bhakta janapriya, naham atmanam ashisha, mad bhakter sadhubir vina, shreya atyantikam brahman, yashirgatam aham para. Said, I cannot enjoy all my opulences without my devotees. He says, Prabhupada says, in one of the very beautiful verses, you should remember all those verses. Krishna speaking to Durvas Muni. So Krishna is saying that I cannot enjoy. So Prabhupada writes that those who are preaching Krishna consciousness, they are indirectly controlling Krishna. Krishna is under the control of the preachers, Prabhupada says. If you are preaching Krishna consciousness, if you are distributing books, like that. So that is just imagine, Krishna, he is coming down, one night, he is saying, I am always remembering Rukmini's qualities. So just like Krishna, Rukmini heard about Krishna's qualities, Krishna also heard Rukmini's qualities. That is why he became attracted. So why she is doing it? Why this pastime? Because Rukmini Devi is telling us what to do. Real Kalyanam is marriage of Jiva with Krishna. This Rukmini Kalyanam meaning is marriage of Jiva with Krishna. So the real Kalyanam, how to get Rukmini, Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmi Nitya Anapayini. Lakshmi Devi cannot remain without even 1 second also without Krishna. She is always with Krishna. Even when, one Shiva Vaishnavacharya says, even when Vamanadev came, right, to ask begging for Bali Maharaj, he covered Lakshmi, Shivatsankam, with deer skin, because if Lakshmi looks at Bali Maharaj, Krishna cannot take away his opulence. That is why he covered and came. So very nicely they say, wherever they go, when Lakshmi Devi is always serving Mahavishnu, and then when Mahavishnu comes as Ramchandra, she comes as Sita. When Krishna comes, she comes as Rukmini. Right? So many like that. She is always Nitya Anapayini, the first eternal servant of Krishna, Padasevanam. Right? And then her favorite seva is Padasevanam. One devotee was asking, why Lakshmi is always, massaging the lotus feet of Krishna, but he is having leg pains or what? Uska पैर दुखता है क्या? नहीं, ऐसा पैर नहीं दुखता है. She wants to serve. So in the pastime of so Krishna now has to go one night. One night, there is only one night left. So Krishna, Krishna, one night he covered around 1,000 miles, 1,000 kilometers, or some 1,300 kilometers from Dwarka to Vidarbha, one night. Very difficult actually, right? But Krishna covered. So Krishna came running to bless Rukmini Devi, because he cannot live without Rukmini Devi. So there is a very beautiful pastime, where Bhrugumuni hit the chest of Krishna, Narayana. Then Lakshmi Devi became very upset, and then she ran away to Kolhapur. Like that. Another time, there is one Rasokti. Another time they say, why, Krishna arranged, Dahi Manthan, this Palasam, Amrita Manthan. Why? Because Lakshmi Devi became upset with Krishna, Lord, and then went away to her Maike. It's all there, right? Maike चले जाते हैं, फिर उसको पैर पकड़ के वापस लाना पड़ता है, right? ऐसा पास्ट टाइम उन लोगों के चलता है भार्या भर्ता का. लेकिन ऐसा ही चलता, वो ओरिजिनली वो emanating from there, right? Emanating from there, Vaikunta, Golok Vrindavan. So Lakshmi also became upset and went away. So she went to Samundar, hiding. So usko upar lana hai. Right? That is why he told the demigods and demons, you churn the milk ocean. Oh, Amrite, it's an excuse. The real reason is he wanted to bring out Lakshmi Devi, it seems. Like that. Anyway, Lakshmi Devi ran away. Right? Lakshmi Devi ran away, and then Srinivas, Lord Krishna came as Srinivas. Right? Srinivas. Previously, nowadays, bus and all is there. Srinivas, in order to have darshan of Lord Venkateshwara, one has to go up, 7 hills. And then it is adorned with so many thorns, thick forest, so many poisonous snakes, scorpions, big mosquitoes. People used to be afraid of going up on the 7 hills. Right? In order to bless the devotees, what? Actually, then Srinivas is missing Lakshmi Devi. He has to bring her. What he did, all of you go, Tiruchanur, Padmavati temple is there. In front of Padmavati temple, there is Padma Sarovar. Right? Lord Venkateshwara, for 14 years, right? For 14 years, he did tapasya there. He meditated on Padmavati, Lakshmi Devi, requesting her to appear. Then, In front of that Sarovar, there is Surya Narayan temple is there. You know, Surya Narayan. So he was actually beautiful lotus flowers are, because lotus flower is a friend of sun. So because of sun rays, beautiful lotus flowers are growing. Like that, he is offering lotus flowers to Padmavati, Lakshmi Devi, requesting her to come. Not only that, he was bringing he ordered Vayudeva to bring 1,000 golden lotus flowers. Every day he was offering. Right? Every day he was offering to bring 1,000 Bangar Pushpa. And then he was offering, and then there are still steps where Lord Venkateshwara was sitting and doing meditation. Still that place is there where you can visit that place. For 14 years he did tapasya, offered lotus flowers to Lakshmi Devi. Then Padmavati appeared, that Lakshmi Devi appeared on the lotus flower in that Sarovar. That is where she came to be known as Padmavati. Right? Padmavati. And then there is a beautiful pastime where, the Rukmini Kalyanam, we have to learn this. Right? Rukmini Devi, she is teaching us how to get Krishna. But it is very difficult. She is saying, Jahyam Ashu Vratakshan, Shatajanmi Vishad, hundreds of lifetimes I will perform austerity and penance to get you. We cannot do all those things. What we should do? Take shelter of Radharani, take shelter of Rukmini Devi, Lakshmi Devi. Tightly pakado. We can't do all these things. There is one very beautiful poem, songs written by one Telugu, devotee, in Telugu devotee, Annamacharya and others. So they were actually catching hold of Lakshmi Devi only. So because, every day Balaji comes. Every day Balaji comes. He walks down all the steps and then he comes to meet Padmavati. Padmavati said, I am not going up. I am not coming up. You stay there alone. But you have to come alone. You have to come every day to meet me. So every day Balaji comes to meet Padmavati. One devotee, he is praying to Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi. Oh Padmavati, I am a very poor devotee. My name is Ramarup Das. बोल देना, आप सब लोग आप बोल सकते हैं. When Balaji comes to you, but as soon as he comes to you, there is a system, as soon as husband comes, wife should not ask, क्यों लेट हो गया, मेरा फोन क्या नहीं उठा रहा है, किसके साथ घूम रहे हो, then my husband will say, better I stay, go and sit in the Juhu beach, right? The Mundu Bhashini, like that. After, so he said, he's saying, my dear Lakshmi Padmavati, don't ask Srinivas Balaji that immediately, don't recommend my case because he will be upset. When you should ask, when he keeps your head on his lap and he looks at your lotus face, and then he does all this hair and all, little bit here, thoda आगे आ गया तो थोड़ा पीछे करते टाइम, उस टाइम मेरा नाम बताना, ऐसा रामरूप दास है, please bless him. Balaji may ask, right? Balaji may ask, why can't he come and ask? Because he committed so many sinful activities, he is afraid to come in front of you because you are very strict. Not only that, he doesn't want to get up, climb all the 7 hills. It's all so much like that. So please bless him. Like that. So when Lakshmi Devi blesses, tells Krishna that, so and so devotee, he is, requesting you. Then Lakshmi Devi wants Krishna, it seems. Don't look at your fault, at his faults. Father is always strict, right? Mother is always liberal, right? So don't look at his faults. Right? There is a uh, Avidvan Sahasramshu, like that there is one verse, Avijnata Sahasramshu. So the meaning of that Parasarvata says that uh, Krishna becomes, how can Vishnu be ignorant? Avidvan. Right? So Parasarvata explains, Vishnu becomes ignorant of devotees' faults. Right? Sahasramshu means with 1000 eyes, he checks if I have any good quality. If small good quality is there. Right? So for that, Lakshmi Devi has to recommend. So and so is, both high, don't look at his faults. Like that. So Lakshmi Mata, Prabhupada, that is why Prabhupada says, the devotees are very clever. They don't directly approach to Krishna because Krishna is very strict. They go through his merciful energy, Radharani, Lakshmi Devi, Sita Devi. Right? That is why if you go to Bhadrachalam, there is a beautiful temple is there. That Ramdas was arrested in Golconda jail. Right? So he was singing, Paluke Bangaramayena, Kodandapani, Paluke Bangaramayena. Lord Ramchandra, your words have become gold. Why you are not speaking to me? Why you are not speaking to me? Then he is appealing to Sita Devi that Sita, my Mata, Amma, आपका husband मेरे से बात नहीं कर रहा है. He is very angry with me. Right? Then he is saying, Nanu brova mani cheppave, Sitamma talli, Nanu brova mani cheppave. So he saying, Nanu brova means, please tell your husband. First of all, he is saying, how you are living with this hard-hearted man? Hard-hearted man, 14 years I am suffering. So then again he is requesting, Nanu brova mani cheppave. Nanu brova means, tell your husband to show mercy on me. Then Sitaji asked, what kind of person you are? He built a temple for you. You are suffering. He made you. You are making him suffer so much. Like that. Anyway, that is another story. Like that, Lakshmi Devi, we should appeal to Rukmini Devi. We should appeal to Lakshmi Devi. We should appeal to Radharani. Then they will, when they recommend our case, then our Kalyanam will happen. Right? That is, Lakshmi Devi is so beautiful that Annamacharya, there is one very beautiful, he said, oh Lakshmi, oh Padmavati, he is praying. He is singing very beautiful bhajans, around very beautiful bhajans he sang, Lord Venkateshwara, very beautiful. So one day Lakshmi Devi is very fond of his bhajans. One day she came to Annamacharya, he said, Annamacharya ji, why are you singing all the time Adhyatmic bhajans? Because of this, your philosophical bhajans, Lord Venkateshwara also becoming sannyasi. He is not, coming to me with Shungar Ras. Then he wrote Shungar Ras bhajans. Annamacharya. Then when Annamacharya was singing, so Lord Venkateshwara became so inspired. The Lakshmi Devi was dancing. Then Balaji went and embraced Sita, it seems, Padmavati, it seems, very nicely. Then Padmavati came and told thanks to. So Annamacharya was singing that, oh Lakshmi, you are Rasi of all Rasis. I am seeing all Dwadas Rasis are there, right? Dwadas Rasis. Lakshmi Devi asked, Padmavati asked, what is that? How you are seeing all the Dwadas Rasis in me? No, I will tell, time is not there. So I said, when I see your beautiful eyes, I remember Meena Rasi. When I see your beautiful nails, I remember Vrishchika Rasi. When I see your small, thin waist, I remember Simha Rasi. Like that he was explaining. Like that. So, but you are Rasi of all Rasis. You are, because when somebody worships your lotus feet, when somebody prays to you, you are so kind that whatever troubles that are going to come because of this Dvadas Rasis, because you are the queen of all the Rasis, you will chase them away. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. This is Rukmini Kalyanam. So Krishna came running. Like that Balaji also, did tapasya to get, look, that is why Prabhupada says, even if Krishna wants to, Yashamati Nandan Prabhu asked Prabhupada, why didn't you translate Ramayana? Prabhupada said, what is there in Ramayana? Only, even if God comes and gets married, he will have to go through so much trouble. Then Prabhupada says about Krishna, see, Krishna, so difficult to get married, he has to fight so much. There is one lady, Satya or somebody, his cousin sister, cousin only, Buva ka ladki. Krishna went and told, give your daughter, she is always likes me. Father said, no, there is a, he has to, 7 bulls he has to, subdue. अरे आपका रिलेटिव हूँ दे दो ना नहीं you have to do that. Prabhupada said all the 8 queens he had to fight. So difficult. Right? But if you take shelter of Lakshmi Devi or Radharani or Rukmini Devi, that is why it is advised that please recite these 7 verses on a regular basis, the letter of Rukmini Devi. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare.
Not exactly related with this katha, can I ask?
No. Any other? ठीक है, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम